Baron Kitten Ears has returned. No, you didn't mishear me, I said Kitten Ears. On PC, he is located on the Larunda Relay, which is Mercury. On Xbox One, he is on the Vesper Relay, which is Venus. And on PlayStation 4, he's on the Kronia Relay, which is Saturn. This is supposed to be his 60th rotation. He should bring something really interesting on PC. I haven't been in to have a look because right now I cannot. It's taken me 15 minutes to get in because they are doing maintenance and it's being quite a pain. And I can't get in on console to see what's there yet at all. So this should be an interesting video to try and put together. But let's see what he has on PC. He has brought back a bunch of stuff that really should have stayed gone. The Vulkar wraith is actually not that bad of a weapon. That's actually really useful. I'm not sure if he's brought this before. I cannot remember how old the Vulkar wraith is, but that's a pretty decent weapon. The pedestal prime has, of course, returned. I thought this was never meant to return, which is why people were buying so many, but turns out it is going to return, and it has returned. Primed flow is, of course, an also very useful mod. The pyra sugatra does look pretty nice with the flames hanging off it. You can change the colour of the flames as well, so that's actually not bad and pretty cheap. The grustrag 3, or grustrag 3, however you want to pronounce it, stalker and zanuka beacons are here. They are also really useful, as is primed pressure point. I do need a spare one, I just don't know if I'm willing to spend the endo upgrading it, because that can be quite expensive. There is the Katia chest plate, which is armor. I do regret not buying this first time around, but it doesn't make me want to buy it anymore. Bought the shoulder pads, which are fairly nice, and that thing that kind of comes off the front of it is better as the emblem that goes on your arm than it is on the chest piece. I have seen people with it. Then we have primed heavy trauma. This is useful for some melee weapons, obviously impact-based ones. And then there is primed pistol ammo mutator. They've actually added how it works in there now. It's very useful to actually have that information on there so you can compare it to the normal one. And I guess, considering it's just sitting there at a loading screen, it's time to go over and see what's actually on PC. Console. I meant it's time to see what's on console. Actually glad that it does this, where it tells you what it is on the mods, because you can see the normal one is 8 and 15 compared to 11 and 23. So it does in fact do more. And mine isn't even maxed. Finally got in, so over on console we have the Katia colour palette that is useful for a lot of different shades of green and blue and grey and green. Anyway, the Katia glyph, it's amazing how many people I've actually seen with this. Primed target cracker, which is of course, what is it, plus 110% crit damage for pistols. A very, very useful prime mod. Primed rifle ammo mutator, which, what is it, it gives you 14 for pistol and 28 for shotgun / sniper. Also a really useful mod, now that it actually shows you that it does work better if you do use ammo mutators. The primed ones, definitely worth it. The entire Edo armor sets there, both knees, it actually says knee plates, both legs, both arms, no chest piece, weirdly. So it's not the entire armor, it's the knees and the arms, no chest. There's a 3-day affinity booster, and of course, the detron Mara. So that's pretty much it for his 60th rotation. It's not that bad. I mean, I was expecting something new, but the return of the Vulkar wraith isn't really that bad. It could have been better with a new weapon, but pedestal prime's kind of not so bad. Of course, this does mean that the pedestal prime now rotates, and we know that it rotates, so there's no mad urgency to try and pick them up and fill your set with it, because it will come back eventually, which is really good to know. Remembering, of course, he will be here for 2 days, They may, well, for the sake of 15-20 minutes, I don't think they'll add time onto him. So we'd stick to the assumption that he's only going to be here for 2 days. If you do want something, you have the 2 days to get in there and get a hold of it. Because we now know everything rotates, including even the relic rotates, there's nothing he's brought that hasn't really rotated through yet. So if you do miss stuff, there's no need to panic, he will bring it back. Anyway, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch yous next time.